Every Garden State Scholastic hockey player dreams of skating at the Rock for a New Jersey state title. Tonight, on the Devils' home ice, champions will be crowned. News 12 Varsity presents the NJSIAA Hockey Playoffs, the Public B Championship game, as the Highlanders of Northern Highlands take on the Randolph Rams. Hello again, everyone. Lou Brogno alongside Dan Savarino. We welcome you to the Prudential Center. The 2018 New Jersey Public B State Championship on the line tonight. The Highlanders of Northern Highlands coming in the number 2 seed, 20 wins on the year, just 5 losses, going up against the Randolph Rams, 22-1-3. The Rams looking for their 9th state championship. And an interesting matchup here, Dan. Northern Highlands, a team that has never skated here for the state championship. Meanwhile, Randolph very familiar with the opportunity to skate for a state title.
Well, to pretty much give an NHL comparison, that's almost like the Canadiens, one of the all-time great teams with so many titles, taking on a newcomer, and like the Vegas Golden Knights. But listen, even though they have not been here, their offense has been so good year in and year out, this Northern Highlands group, and even throughout this entire season, it took to the playoffs, actually, for this team to get a full roster for the very first time.
Well, Northern Highlands during the regular season, a very successful campaign. The Highlanders going 17-5-2, receiving a first-round bye. They knocked off Passaic Valley 6-3. Morris Knowles 3-0, and defeated Princeton big in the semifinals by the score of 6-1. Lost to St. Joe's Regional in the Gold Cup final, and this is their first NJSIAA Finals appearance. Northern Highlands, a team that scores a lot of goals, led by Mark Sinati, Joe Convent, and Sean Blasek.
And what's so interesting is Convent moved from defense up to the forward position late last year. He's been there most of the year. Just been at the plated group. And don't forget about Jin Lee, who might be one of the most prolific skaters in the entire state.
Meanwhile, the Randolph Rams, another spectacular year for them. 19 wins during the regular season. Only 1 regular season loss that came to Morristown. They received a first-round bye. Look what they have done in the playoffs, defeating Newton 9-0 and knocking off Morristown 3-0, getting a little revenge against the Colonials. A big win over Livingston in the semifinals. They were the 2018 Menin Cup champs, and this is their 13th state final in 17 years, and they're trying to win the Menin Cup and the state championship for the first time since 2007.
And a big reason why has actually been this entire line. Zimmer right in the middle with that big size at 6'3". Savetta and Zangara along the wings. They have really elevated their play. The entire team has, according to head coach Rich McLaughlin, the intensity is up. They understand this postseason. That's why they're outscoring their opponents 17-0 in these state games.
All right, well, we're just moments away from dropping the puck. Northern Highlands, the number 2 seed. Randolph, number 1 seed. Public B State Championship on the line on News 12 Varsity.
We're searching out the best products and the best material for our homeowners. They don't have to do the research. We already did it. And our men are being trained through the manufacturers. The manufacturer guarantees our workmanship as well. When you factor in the high cost to heat your house, to cool your house in the summertime, the Simonton 9800 window virtually pays for itself along with the 0% interest for 5 years. Whether it's the windows, the siding, or the roof, it's good for a lifetime.
This home saving tip is brought to you by King Quality.
Jewelry design, diamonds reset, jewelry appraised by a GIA graduate gemologist. Always while you wait and watch, your diamonds never leave your sight at Gennaro Jewelers in Belmore. Honest and reputable since 1923. Feel totally at ease while you sit next to our diamond setter. While you wait and watch your diamonds being set or resized, visit our exciting new website, GennaroJewelers.com.
Last time we asked you to come in and meet with the most prepared lawyers in the business. Well, that preparation has paid off. New York Magazine just came out with a list of the top verdicts in New York for 2017, and no other law firm had more successful verdicts than Grunberg Kelly Della.
So come meet with the most successful lawyers and let Grunberg Kelly Della prepare your case for success.
Call today.
Since we've been visiting LI Urgent Care, the staff here is very thorough and efficient and extremely caring. We are seen right away, and I also appreciate the follow-up calls.
I really like LI Urgent Care because they have iPads.
LI Urgent Care, Suffolk County's first and only UCAOA accredited urgent care center. For adult and pediatric medical care, LI Urgent Care in West Babylon. Open 365 days a year, no appointment needed.
Get frustrated, be patient, and just get pucks on the net. And as far as the Rams go, Coach McLaughlin says Northern Highlands has some talented players, but his guys need to play with intensity the entire game. They need to win the battles on the boards and try to slow down Northern Highlands.
All right, Amanda, Jason Beswick, of course, the head coach of Northern Highlands. That's Rich McLaughlin there in his 25th season, his 27th overall member of the New Jersey Hockey Hall of Fame, 400-plus wins, 5th all-time in the Garden State. And Northern Highlands, as we mentioned, Jason Beswick on the other side in his 15th season. Dan, he's mentioned to both of us, he feels this is his most talented team ever.
Which is remarkable to think because he's had some very good teams in the past, but this is their first ever finals appearance. And for a group, as we mentioned before, Lou, finally healthy. You have everyone in the lineup between the guys who have broken bones, tore ACLs, coming into this contest and coming into the postseason. They weren't 100% sure what they were going to get from the Northern Highland group. And guess what? This is the team that's ready to go. The Highlanders are ready to go. That's why they've been playing so well. But it's going to be a different kind of defensive team they will see with Randolph. There is nobody like them in the state.
As you saw, good crowd on hand tonight at the Prudential Center as both student bodies have come out in full force. Northern Highlands in their road black uniforms, the number 2 seed, and Randolph in their home whites. And we are underway. First period here. Randolph skating left to right on your screen. Behind the goal, Aiden Connolly of Northern Highlands tries to clear it out, and he flips it over to Joe Convid on the near side, but Randolph with a nice check into the boards. And Northern Highlands tries to dig it out of their own end. In goal for the Highlanders is John Werber, 93% save percentage on the year. And at the other end, Scott Kibicek, we'll talk about him at length, considered to be one of the top goalies, not only in the Menin Conference, but really in the state of New Jersey. He's had a spectacular season, 96% save percentage, and are you ready for this? A 0.75 goals against average.
Yeah, a team that preaches defense. Rich McLaughlin has always done that year in and year out. But with this group and with that kind of netminder and Kimicek and plus other guys who can still score the puck, they run 3 deep. Both of these lines will be running 3 full lines. You don't see that in high school hockey that often.
Puck skips along the boards on the far side, dug out there by Randolph C.J. Mortello. And he takes a quick shot that goes wide of the goal. Randolph, a 22-win team on the year. And Northern Highlands, a 20-win team as well. 20 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties. Randolph, 22, 1-3. Puck behind the goal, dug out there by Sean Vlasic, an outstanding player, assistant captain for this Northern Highlands team. He's got 29 assists on the year. Northern Highlands having all sorts of trouble getting it out of their own end, and finally Jin Lee brings it across center ice and flips it all the way down the ice. Trying to get to that puck is Zach Vino for Randolph, trying to dig it out in the corner. And the puck comes loose in front and taken there by Ray McNamara of Randolph. He flips it up ahead, and then Vino gets to it as well, skips it along the boards. McNamara, the sophomore, trying to get it out of his own end, and then Vino will bring it up across the blue line. He sends a pass along the left side boards, and trying to catch up to it there is Max Gaudioso, the senior, 5 goals and 14 assists on the year. That one slid very harmlessly towards the Northern Highlands goal, and Randolph just dumps it right back in. 12.5 remaining first period here at the Prudential Center in the Public B State Championship game. To center ice it goes, played by Ray McNamara, and he tries to regroup for the Rams. Zach Vino sends it up ahead, right onto the stick of Will Zimmer, who takes the shot, and then Werber makes the save. Zimmer, senior captain, he's dangerous offensively for Randolph, 22 goals and 20 assists.
He has 9 points during these 3 playoff games, or the 3 state playoff games. 9 points, the senior captain. This is the line that is the most dangerous for Randolph. They get the majority of their production. Zimmer, Savetta, and Zangaro.
circle. Face off to the left of Werber. And it comes all the way back out to center ice, and Mike Sophia goes back to grab it for Randolph. He flips it up ahead onto the stick of Nick Civetta. Northern Highlands try to play the puck at center ice. Jin Lee, and it's banged behind the goal. Cleared out there by Werber. Werber sends to the blue line. Here comes Jin Lee with that excellent speed. Assistant captain on this Northern Highlands team, the senior. We spoke about him earlier, Dan. He's got 15 goals, 17 assists.
Be a very special player who decided to leave playing a prep kind of travel, high-level travel. That was going to be a difficulty for him going forward because obviously he sees a future after high school playing hockey. But once they got him to come back in December, really things just took off for Jason Beshwick's squad.
Flipped along to the blue line. Northern Highlands trying to keep it in. James Sarapak, the junior, back from a fractured femur earlier this year. 10-goal scorer for Northern Highlands. No score, 11 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first. Neither team has really had any big offensive opportunities as of yet. Puck played at center ice by Henry Riccitelli, another assistant captain on this Northern Highlands team. And then another player back from an injury, had a forearm fracture earlier this year. Northern Highlands really banged up earlier this season, but they're pretty much at full strength here for this championship game.
Which is scary considering offensively they've been averaging about 4.5 goals per contest. There's Coach Beshwick looking like actually an NHL coach there on the bench here at the Rock. Very important face-off in this part of the ice because they've had trouble getting pucks anywhere near the slot. That's what Randolph does. They're slugs. They drag you down with them.
Face-off to the left of Scott Kivicek. Comes back to the blue line. Banged ahead by Aiden Connolly. And getting chased in the corner is Mike Sophia, the sophomore. Northern Highlands with the puck. Sparago, the sophomore, sends it out. Here's a shot that Kivicek covers up. That one taken just inside the blue line. And Scott Kivicek makes the save.
10 shutouts on the season. He surrendered just 18 goals and has played nearly every single minute between the pipes. And if you're going to have to beat Kivicek, it's going to have to be an absolute laser, a defensive breakdown, or more importantly, getting the puck deflected. Those are the only goals he actually surrendered during the Menin Cup when they played Morristown Baird.
Aiden Connolly sends it behind the goal, and heading over to play it is Austin Cross of Randolph. Randolph now trying to clear it out of their own end, and they're having some trouble as well. Northern Highlands doing a good job of keeping it in. Highlanders able to flip it up ahead, and 3 Randolph defenders converge on the puck. Jacob Michaels, the senior over there, and once again, Kivicek has to cover up.
It's just so impressive with this Randolph system. And as I mentioned the word slugs, that's the ongoing joke over in Randolph. They bring teams down with them because they're going to smother them over and over and over again. And that play that you even just saw, it's a 3-on-1 along the half wall. It's the same exact thing. 3 guys right there, perfect position, and if the puck ever trickles out, they're still going to find the help.
Tied up behind the goal, Matt Lewing, senior for Northern Highlands. He flips it along the boards. Connolly lets it fly. It's deflected in front. Here's a shot. Score! Cormac Sindrich, the sophomore, his 9th goal of the year. And Northern Highlands takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, Lou, I just said it. If you're going to beat Kivicek, it's going to either be a deflection or a big defensive zone breakdown. And that's essentially what happened because then it's a one-on-one play. And even though Scott Kivicek is in a very, very good position after the first shot, comes over, slides very nicely, he's in a good position here. Gets deflected, perfect spot. He's already out on his crease, but he shot it low, went right between the 5-hole of Kivicek, and Sindrich with his 9th of the season. What a big first goal for the Highlanders.
So Northern Highlands strikes first, and they get a huge first goal in this championship game. They lead it 1-0. Now Northern Highlands, as I said, a 20-win team during the season. 9-1-1 in the Big North Freedom Division. They won the Big North Gold Cup, defeated St. Joe's 2-0 in that championship game. And they've been rolling in the playoffs. In the semis, scored 6 goals. Puck comes back to the blue line, banged right back in by Sean Vlasic. And then it comes out to Randolph. Randolph with a 3-on-2 momentarily, but that shot whistles well wide of the goal. Banged right back in there by Dylan Quinn of Randolph, and to center ice it comes. Onto the stick of Sarapak, who takes the shot. And the save made by Kimicek.
Couple good chances so far here for the Highlanders, and you got to give them a lot of credit. They weathered the storm early on with that forecheck from Randolph. And on top of it, expect Randolph to do what they've really been doing all year long. Chip and chase, keep wearing you down into those corners. Northern Highlands only runs about 3 defensemen too, so that could end up playing dividends along a full contest. But for right now, you need to try and sustain some pressure on them, try and throw anything near the Randolph end to keep them on their heels.
Off the face-off, the puck came right to Kimicek. He's seeing a little bit more action than he'd like early on. And once again, the puck comes to him, and he has to cover up.
He'll take that every single time, though. Mentioning about Northern Highlands, yes, they did play in a different conference, and it's not always like the men in division, which so many people know is just such a difficult conference to win, as Randolph did in the regular season. They did, obviously, their first Men in Cup since 2008. But listen, Northern Highlands test themselves. They played St. Peter's Prep. They played Del Barton, who just won the non-public earlier on today. They really, really see the toughest competition.
And Dan, they also played out of conference against 2 men in division opponents. Morristown Beard, they beat the Crimson 6-0, and Morris Knolls 3-0. So they've outscored now men in division opponents 10-0 this season.
And that's not even with a full roster at that point, which is scary.
This Northern Highlands team, a serious contender, no question. Going up against one of the great programs in New Jersey high school history. Puck loose in front, rebound shot, covered up by Werber, as JT Zangara got that rebound, and he put on a good shot on Werber. Werber was quick to glove it.
Yeah, Connolly kind of got caught on that last play, which allowed JT Zangara to get a good opportunity from the dime. Again, get pucks towards the net, get anything down deep. That's they want to do, just keep wearing you down. 1-0 is no issue for this group.
Off the face-off, comes off the stick of Madsen. Here comes Northern Highlands quickly ahead. Sarapak flips it into the corner, then tries a tough angle shot, dug out by Riccitelli. Riccitelli gets it back to Sarapak, and it's taken away by the Rams. Flipped up along the boards, and at the blue line, though, kept in by Mark Sonati Jr., who has 19 goals and 20 assists on the year for Northern Highlands. Another outstanding offensive player. Nice check delivered on the far side by Sonati Jr., and then Randolph gets to it. Gaudioso tries to center in front. It kicks back outside to McNamara. Kept in at the blue line nicely by Vino. He tries to flip it up ahead to Gaudioso, but Northern Highlands with good defense. 3 defenders converge there for the Highlanders. McNamara sends it behind the goal, and then back there is Vlasic for Northern Highlands. Flipped out of the zone by the Highlanders and all the way down the ice. And this should be an icing against Northern Highlands. Face-off will come into the Highlander zone.
Talk about 3 lines, running 3-4 lines, it being so rare in high school hockey. Well, that was just the line you saw with Gaudioso and Madsen. Madsen, these playoffs, has 4 of his 10 goals in the playoffs alone. Just a freshman who has been fearless, including 2 in that 5-0 Livingston win in the semifinals.
Face-off controlled by Northern Highlands, taken by Vlasic. Here's a quick shot that's deflected in front. Not sure that got through. CJ Mortello took the shot for Randolph. And then taken on by Mason Prue, and now you're going to have a penalty. Our first penalty of the game against Northern Highlands. And that will give Randolph a power play as Jack Sparago, the sophomore, says, "Who, me?" And he heads to the penalty box for the Highlanders.
It'll be a cross-checking penalty against Sparago, who at one end made a pretty strong play on a point-blank opportunity, but then once he gets out to the point, Yeah, that's going to be a penalty almost every single time, at least at this level. Taking Austin Cross down, so now a chance for the Randolph man up.
I think they got Sparago on the penalty, but it looked like Jim Lee might have been the man who delivered the cross-check. Intercepted by Northern Highlands and banged out of the zone. Nice play by the Highlanders' Aiden Connolly. He sends it all the way down the ice, and Randolph will reset. A minute and a half remaining on the Rams power play. 6:45 and counting down here in the first period. Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead, looking for their first ever state championship. Rams set up their power play. JT Zangara. There's a shot deflected in front by Werber, and he tries to cover up to the side of the cage. Puck still loose, but the officials lost sight of the puck, and the whistle was blown.
This has been a streaky power play this season, but is starting to hit their stride as of late. Michael Sophia at the point, just a sophomore. He's really been the quarterback along with Vino, and then you got Zimmer down low with that first line. Because of the size that Zimmer brings, that's too much room. You can't have that much room for Will Zimmer to walk right in.
Cleared out of the zone by Sarapak. He sends it all the way down, stopped by Kimicek. And Randolph will try to reset. Halfway through this power play opportunity. 55 seconds remaining in the power play for the Rams. Up ahead, Northern Highlands gets to the loose puck, and it's knocked out of the zone by Connolly. He sends it all the way down the ice, and Sonati Jr. gives chase. Taken by Randolph. Down to 40 seconds left on the Rams power play. Up ahead comes Nick Civetta. Civetta in the corner. Civetta dishes over to Mortello in front, backhand shot, skips through the crease. Randolph keeps control, 25 seconds remaining. Mortello sends it to the side of the cage, and a centering pass off of the stick of Jacob Michaels. Knocking it out of the zone, Sonati Jr. 10 seconds now left on the Randolph power play. To the side of the cage is Aiden Connolly. Vito tries to center, but that pass off target, and the power play is over. So Northern Highlands does a good job to kill off the penalty, and now the Highlanders back at full strength on the ice.
That's a real important PK. Now watch out with the turnovers in the neutral zone.
Here's a turnover, and then Redgate takes it across the blue line, but offside, called on the Rams.
This game could end up being won or lost in the neutral zone because of the speed of the Highlanders, and then plus the chip and chase from Rich McLaughlin's squad. And that last power play, a couple of good looks, a couple of crafty moves, just nothing really going that kind of surprised, I think, Werber and the Highlanders. And that was really the big difference of why they're still the goose egg.
Mason Prue sends it down the ice for Northern Highlands, and icing is called on the Highlanders. So face-off will come all the way back down. 4 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. Here the first period from the Prudential Center in Newark. This is the Public B State Championship game. Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead on the goal by Cormac Sindrich. Face-off controlled by Randolph. Madsen gets to it in the corner. He tries to deliver it to Gaudioso, who now tries to dig it out. But a good job by the Highlanders to get there as well. Sean Vlasic does a nice job to pin it up against the boards. And then Vlasic gets to the loose puck, carries up along the boards. It comes across the blue line, played by Randolph. The Rams go back to retreat. That's Austin Cross who gets to the puck. But his pass is intercepted by Jin Lee. Lee circles around, takes it across the blue line. Jin Lee fires, and it goes off the glove of Kimicek.
My goodness, there's a reason why people think he might be the best skater in this state. Such a quick little move to the outside. Slight hesitation is all he needs, and he just glides.
Connolly flips it behind the goal, and Northern Highlands flips it up to center ice. And the whistle stops play with 3:59 remaining here in the first period.
That's the tough part about that line with Jin Lee, because you're going to always keep an eye on how crafty number 28 is, but then you have Convent, who obviously can skate and has put up some good numbers this year with 16 goals and was injured for most of it. And on the far side, too.
Backhand shot taken there by Will Zimmer. Didn't get a lot on it. Then a centering pass off of the stick of Civetta. It comes out to the blue line, and Northern Highlands breaks out. Poked up ahead. Beautiful play by Sonati Jr. Takes the shot, and Kimicek makes the save.
He has such good speed along the wings. Bestwick has said he's kind of like a wild horse, though. Still young, a junior. You have to tame him in every now and again. But he has been flying around the Prudential Center so far here in the first period. Even on the PK, he forced a little bit more time off the clock because of his speed.
Randolph comes across the blue line, skating in. Zangara has the puck knocked away from him. It comes back to the blue line, saved there by Sophia. His pass is deflected. Northern Highlands flips it along the boards. Randolph swarming towards the puck now, down by a goal. This is Civetta. Civetta trying to center it back to Zimmer, who was camped out in front of the goal. It comes back to the blue line and taken by Northern Highlands. They've got a 3-on-2. Sonati Jr. skates in, takes the shot, and Kimicek makes a glove save. Sonati Jr., he had some zip on that one.
It was all in the middle of the line change, too, for Northern Highlands, where Sarapak was able to move the puck across, and then the speed from Sonati. See, there's the quick little move. And then Sonati goes to the outside. That's what Randolph does very well, and Sophia forces him to the outside to make a much more difficult shot for him.
Off the face-off, a quick shot deflected off the stick of Tommy Sullivan. And then Randolph trying to clear it out of the zone, but Northern Highlands keeps it in. A shot taken from the blue line by Mason Prue goes wide. Prue gets to the puck in the corner, and now taken by the Rams. Prue causing all kinds of problems for Randolph over in that corner. They can't get the puck away from him. It comes up now to center ice, and Northern Highlands bangs it right back into the Randolph end.
His team looks very comfortable at this point, not looking like a group that has never been to a state championship, that's for sure.
Werber tries to clear it out, but didn't have much on it, and Randolph was able to get over there to it. McNamara sends it towards the goal. It goes wide. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead against 22 running 3 Randolph. Here's a turnover, and skating, trying to skate it anyway, was Vlasic, but a good job by Randolph defensively to poke the puck away. Zach Vino sends it up ahead to Zimmer, and it's taken away by Jin Lee, but Randolph still able to send the puck up ahead. You're inside 2 minutes now remaining. At the blue line, intercepted by Randolph. Northern Highlands on the far side. Aiden Connolly sends it in behind the goal, where it's played there by Kimicek. He leaves the puck there for Sophia, who sends a pass up ahead to Gaudioso at center ice. Sonati Jr. able to get over there, disrupt things for Northern Highlands. And taken now by James Sarapak. Sarapak takes a check into the boards. This check delivered for Randolph. Good job there by Austin Cross. Just about a minute left here in the first period. A good first period for Northern Highlands, as they have a goal on the board. Sonati Jr. steals the puck and then flips one up over the shoulder of Kimicek. A blistering shot, but a little off target. Taken here by Northern Highlands at center ice. They send it ahead. Another check. Sparago goes into the boards. Sparago trying to keep possession of the puck in the corner. Randolph working feverishly to take it away. Here comes Zimmer. Will Zimmer across center ice. Zimmer across the blue line. Will Zimmer skating in. Zimmer behind the goal, looking to try to center it, but nobody there to help him out for Randolph. In the corner, puck taken by the Rams. It comes back outside. Shot goes wide. That one zips wide. Taken by Vino. 5 seconds left in the period. Jin Lee gets to the puck. Lee skates in, takes the shot, and Kimicek makes the save. And that's how the first period comes to a close.
Randolph got a little sloppy towards the end there. Some mistakes back in their own end, trying to force some turnovers, and that has kind of been the difference maker. Even Lee staying with the puck, knowing there's only a couple of seconds, still gets another shot onto Kimicek. I know it's a pretty easy save for him to make, but it's better. Keep throwing pucks on net as much as you can. A very good first period thus far for Northern Highlands, with the exception, Lou, of maybe the first 2 minutes where they couldn't get the puck out of their own end. They looked very, very good and very comfortable here on the ice for the majority of this first period.
Northern Highlands getting the first goal of the game. Cormac Sindrich scoring his 9th of the season, and the Highlanders have a 1-0 lead. Let's check in with Amanda, standing by with Northern Highlands goal scorer Cormac Sindrich.
Hey, Cormac, for you, only a sophomore scoring the first goal of this game. What does that feel like?
I didn't think it would happen. You know, I'm on the third line, so I'm not getting too much playing time, but I mean, scoring here is just a dream for me.
And how important was it for you to get your team on the board first?
It was huge. I mean, we knew the puck was going to be on our end most of the game, and we need to get the shots off on the goalie, and yeah.
Cormac, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, Amanda, good start for Northern Highlands. Highlanders looking for their first state championship in program history. Well, they're off to a good start. They lead at 1-0 over Randolph here on News 12 Varsity.
Steel. It's tough and it's strong. Use that same strength and durability to protect what you need to store with steel utility buildings from steelsheds.com. Heavy-duty steel with all welded construction. You can't dent them by hand. We also make commercial buildings, garages, custom cellar doors, and tenant storage lockers. Manufactured only in the USA by steelsheds.com. Free delivery and free installation, including free steel floor. No cement base needed. Buy direct at steelsheds.com.
Last time we asked you to come in and meet with the most prepared lawyers in the business. Well, that preparation has paid off. New York Magazine just came out with a list of the top verdicts in New York for 2017, and no other law firm had more successful verdicts than Grunberg Kelly Della.
So come meet with the most successful lawyers and let Grunberg Kelly Della prepare your case for success.
Call today.
Since we've been visiting LI Urgent Care, the staff here is very thorough and efficient and extremely caring. We are seen right away, and I also appreciate the follow-up calls.
I really like LI Urgent Care because they have iPads.
LI Urgent Care, Suffolk County's first and only UCAOA accredited urgent care center. For adult and pediatric medical care, LI Urgent Care in West Babylon. Open 365 days a year, no appointment needed.
Waiting for spring? Yes! Be ready for all the season has to offer with a great deal on a new Toyota.
Right now, lease a new 2018 RAV4 with all-wheel drive for just $169 a month. Or lease a new 2018 Highlander with all-wheel drive for $249 a month.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to the Prudential Center in Newark. The Public B New Jersey State Championship game. Northern Highlands leading Randolph by the score of 1-0. Lou Brogno along with Dan Savarino. And, of course, Amanda Puglisi, who's standing by with a very special guest. Amanda?
Thank you, Lou. I'm here with Kevin Fox, who is the senior manager of the grassroots with the New Jersey Devils. You've basically put on, working with the New Jersey State, this entire weekend or this entire day of hockey. What goes into an event like this?
It's one of our favorite events of the year, giving back to the high school hockey community. I can't believe it's over. We start in November with all the high school captains. We invite them out and put them on the ice, and we have over 230 captains out on the ice, and we honor them each month as part of their efforts throughout, New Jersey, whether it's a big goal or they're giving back to the community. We always want to recognize those that are giving back to the community, and now the championships are here, and I can't believe it's over, but the kids are loving it, and it means a lot to me. I grew up playing high school hockey at St. Peter's Prep, and got to go to the championships twice, so a lot of these coaches, they used to coach against me, so it's fun working with them now.
Why is it so important for the Devils as an organization to give back, and especially something like high school hockey and youth hockey?
I think it's some of the best years of their life. Being a student athlete and Of course, academics come first, but when it's a show like this, we want to put on the best show possible for these kids. They deserve it. They work hard. They're great teammates, and it's an event we've been doing for over 20 years now, and I'm happy to carry on that tradition.
The Devils were home last night, so what is the turnaround like for the Prudential Center when you have an event like this one coming up?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We had Winnipeg in the locker room before. We had Montreal come in. We played Vegas last night, so yeah, it's a lot. Our team works really hard here. I can't stress enough. We have one of the best teams in the league here with our operations, our game ops, our game production, our ice guys, our youth hockey department, and community investment. We have great leadership here, and it's a real pleasure to give back and make sure we give the best experience possible here at Prudential Center.
So the season ends today, but not so much for you guys. You're always looking ahead. So when do you start planning next year's high school hockey and everything you do with them?
Yeah, definitely as soon as possible. For our youth hockey department, we also, do academic programs, school assemblies, transition to street hockey, boys and girls clubs, schools. But yeah, now plan for next year and hopefully, blow it out even more.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for your help and for putting on this event. I'm sure everybody at home watching is enjoying it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Lou and Dan, back to you guys.
All right, Amanda, and of course the Devils do an outstanding job here with high school hockey, not only on championship day, but throughout the entire season. Our score here in the Public B final, Northern Highlands leading Randolph 1-0 on News 12 Varsity.
Since we've been visiting LI Urgent Care, the staff here is very thorough and efficient and extremely caring. We are seen right away, and I also appreciate the follow-up calls.
I really like LI Urgent Care because they have iPads.
LI Urgent Care, Suffolk County's first and only UCAOA accredited urgent care center. For adult and pediatric medical care, LI Urgent Care in West Babylon. Open 365 days a year, no appointment needed.
We're searching out the best products and the best material for our homeowners. They don't have to do the research. We already did it. And our men are being trained through the manufacturers. The manufacturer guarantees our workmanship as well. When you factor in the high cost to heat your house, to cool your house in the summertime, the Simonton 9800 window virtually pays for itself along with the 0% interest for 5 years. Whether it's the windows, the siding, or the roof, it's good for a lifetime.
This home saving tip is brought to you by King Quality.
I got to see her for the first time, and I heard that cry. I don't think that there's anything that can ever compare to that.
She's here. Our lives were changed for the best.
Seeing her as a new mom, just glowing and smiling from ear to ear, that's what St. Catherine's is about.
It was unreal. I'm never going to forget that moment.
Steel. It's tough and it's strong. Use that same strength and durability to protect what you need to store with steel utility buildings from steelsheds.com. Heavy-duty steel with all welded construction. You can't dent them by hand. We also make commercial buildings, garages, custom cellar doors, and tenant storage lockers. Manufactured only in the USA by steelsheds.com. Free delivery and free installation, including free steel floor. No cement base needed. Buy direct at steelsheds.com.
Back at the Rock, Northern Highlands leading Randolph 1-0 in the Public B State Championship. Good start for the Highlanders of Northern Highlands. They came out aggressively, and Dan, they were testing Scott Kimicek early. They were able to get some good shots on him early on in this game.
Yeah, Randolph does not mind shots from the point, and that's what they were looking at. Connolly trying to rip something from the blue line. Kimicek sees that, but the second one gets deflected off of Vino and right onto the stick of the third liner, Cormac Sindrich. He just joked before to Amanda, hey, I wasn't expecting a ton of ice time playing on the third line, but what a huge goal for Northern Highlands to be able to get some pressure off of them. Now here on the power play, Will Zimmer had a good opportunity right on the doorstep walking in. The Werbers standing tall. This Northern Highlands group playing very confident with the puck, using their speed very, very nicely. That's Sonati Jr. He was all over the place in the first 15 minutes here at the Rock. And one more time again from Sonati Jr. working to the outside. Now, Randolph has done a good job of forcing them outside, yes, so Kimachek has seen some decent and higher percentage shots to stop. Now, on the other hand, Northern Highlands, they came to play, and they feel comfortable and ready to go.
Well, the Randolph fans fired up. They're hoping to fire up their Rams. They trail by a goal here as we get ready for period number 2 on News 12 Varsity.
We're creating a path that connects us. Because when we work, play, and learn as one, anything is possible. Where speed meets talent. Where fiber meets entertainment. Where news meets analysis. Where you meet emotions. Where America meets Europe. Altice. Together has no limits.
Did you know that Optimum created an exciting new online interactive Getting Started guide with quick step-by-step directions for all your Optimum services? Just visit Optimum.net and discover how to use your Optimum services in a fun and informative way. It's a place to learn how to watch your favorite TV show at the park, stream a cooking video on your tablet in the kitchen, and more. Optimum.net has tons of information about everything you need to keep you calling, watching, and surfing. Sign in and learn more. Did you know that it's easy to get answers to many of your Optimum service questions at Optimum.net/support? Find fast information on accessing Wi-Fi, programming your remote, setting up email, creating an Optimum ID, and more. Watch tutorials and live chat 24/7. Optimum.net has answers and information about all your Optimum services. Sign in and learn more. Did you know that as an Optimum customer, you've got access to tons of free features at home and on the go? With your Optimum ID, you can check your email, voicemail, pay your bill online, catch up on shows with TV to go, and sign in to free hotspots. Creating your Optimum ID is easy, right from your home computer. Just visit Optimum.net/ID. Optimum.net has answers and information about all your Optimum services. Sign in and learn more.
Back at the Prudential Center, Northern Highlands leading Randolph 1-0. The Highlanders, the second seed in this New Jersey Public B tournament. Randolph, the number 1 seed. And Northern Highlands, an outstanding offensive team all season long, had 6 goals in the state semifinal. Jin Lee with a hat trick in that game. This is a team that has scored 5 goals or more in 13 of their games this season. And although we didn't expect them to put up a huge number against Randolph here today, they did get the first goal of the game.
And Lou, it kind of took the pressure off, and I know I mentioned that right before, that it did take some pressure off for them. But in the first 2 minutes of the game, you're basically sitting on your own end. And if that's going to happen to you, you already know that you're going to be playing and you're under the ice for a good portion of this game, no matter what, just because of the style that Randolph plays of hockey. So the fact that you can still put one on the board and then work it through the middle of the ice, it just brings you back some confidence and makes you realize, hey, listen, we're not getting frustrated anymore. We understand we belong here. We can get one past the almighty Scott Kimachek and be able to, drop one in, take a 1-goal lead. Now it's how do they sustain this into the second period to get the second goal.
Meanwhile, Randolph, as you might expect, no panic in them. This is a team that has been in these kind of scenarios before, and what an outstanding season they had. They went 7-1-2 in the Menin division. That's an accomplishment against that kind of competition night in and night out. They won the Menin Cup, their first Menin Cup since 2008, and as we said earlier, they're trying to win the Menin Cup and the state championship in the same season, which is quite an achievement. They haven't done that. In fact, they only did it one time, and that was in 2007. There's Scott Kimachek. Well, we mentioned his goals against average at 0.75. He's already given up more than his average. He's given up 1 goal. And at the other end, there's John Werber, who's also had a terrific season, 93% save percentage. You talk about Northern Highlands offense so much. Sometimes Werber gets overshadowed, but he's been extremely solid.
Yeah, a good travel goalie as well, as many of these guys do play travel. Some of the Randolph guys play together, and some of Northern Highland guys play together on their elite travel teams. It's all about taking that next level jump, I think, for many of these players. One of them being Joe Convent, who, again, had to move from defense to forward this season, donning the C on his chest, and it means so much, obviously, to him to be able to be named a captain, not just an alternate captain last year, but to be able to wear the C for his program. This is going to be a fun second period, though. Of course, the whole season kind of comes down to one night, and that's what I think puts so much pressure on many of these young boys.
Second period underway here on the big ice at the Prudential Center. Randolph trailing 1-0. Mike Sophia plays it in the corner for the Rams, but it's taken away by Northern Highlands' Jin Lee. He is quick as he gets to that puck, and it comes outside. Aiden Connolly there as well. This is flipped all the way up across the blue line. And Northern Highlands try to poke it out of their own end, send it to center ice, and Connolly goes back to play it for the Highlanders. He tries to deliver a pass up ahead to Lee. Will Zimmer, though, gets to the puck first. Jin Lee takes it away. Here's a shot upcoming, but it's deflected. Nice job by Mike Sophia to get in front of the puck there. Northern Highlands keeps it in. Lee flips it into the corner. Then behind the goal, it comes to Sparago. Here's a shot from just inside the blue line, taken by Mason Prue. Randolph trying to flip it out of their own zone, and finally they do get it up along the board. Civetta trying to skate in for Randolph. He's driven off the puck. And Randolph retrieves it in the corner. That's Civetta. And taken away by Northern Highlands. Here come the Highlanders flying up the ice. Vlasic sends it towards the goal, and that one sticked aside by Kimicek. At center ice, intercepted by Northern Highlands. And Randolph breaks out 3-on-2. That crossing pass intercepted, though, by Sarapak, who got there nicely in the passing lane. At the blue line, kept in there by Zach Vino, who flipped that one well wide of the goal. Civetta plays it in the corner here for the Rams, and getting over there as well, Riccitelli for Northern Highlands. Now Riccitelli has the puck for the Highlanders. Skips off his stick and then sent up ahead by Highlands. Played by Kimicek behind the goal, and he gives it to McNamara. McNamara with a cross-ice pass a little bit too far. Intended there for Dylan Quinn, and then racing up ahead was C.J. Mortello, but couldn't quite get there. It comes back to center ice. 12:45, and a glove save made by Kimicek. That one might have surprised him a little bit. It was a big sweeping slap shot from just inside the blue line.
Yeah, scary on one end where Werber had to get a stick check off with Mortello cutting so quickly towards the net. And then that blast from Lee on the outside. He's got a good shot. He has one that you can shoot off the rush, but again, Kimicek, I think for him it was just more of the surprise, like you said, Lou, than actually how difficult the shot was.
Behind the goal, played there by Justin Harper, and he gets it over to Sophia. Sophia across the blue line, delivers a pass to Gaudioso. He bangs it all the way down the ice into the corner. Randolph with two players back there. Austin Cross, one of them. He tried to sneak one in and then trying to set up Harper in front, but his shot was deflected, and it comes all the way down, and icing is the call.
I think the freshman James Matson tried to bank it in off of Werber, which again works sometimes because when you're in that position as a goalie, you can't really do anything about it because you're already hugging the post. Matson has been playing some good hockey as of late. Like we said, 4 goals these playoffs, 6 points for just a rookie.
Face off to the right of John Werber. Controlled by Randolph. Quick shot off the face-off and gloved by Werber.
Well-designed play off these face-offs because Zimmer has such a big body and he can tie up his opposition. We'll see if they try and run something again with the speedy Zangara.
Zangara got off a good shot, then again off the face-off. This one blasted in by Austin Cross. Behind the goal, set up in front. Again, trying to feed Zangara, who was in front of the net. Dug out by Northern Highlands. Randolph keeps it in. Civetta pokes it into the corner, and it comes all the way back across center ice and all the way down into the Randolph end, and another icing against Northern Highlands. Face off all the way down in the Highlanders zone. 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the second period, and Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead.
Rich McLaughlin has been behind that bench here at the Prudential Center for a long, long time. 8-time state champion.
And Northern Highlands wins the faceoff. This time it's Joe Convitt. Convitt back just 3 games from an MCL tear. Outstanding player, captain of this Northern Highlands team. Centering pass, but nobody home on the receiving end from Northern Highlands. It comes all the way back to center ice where it's played by Aiden Connolly. And then the Highlanders trying to get it out of their own zone, but Dylan Quinn causing some problems back there for Randolph. Now the puck gets loose, 2-on-1 for Northern Highlands, but overskating the puck was Jim Lee, who just couldn't control it in front. It comes to Sparago, who tries to center back, and Northern Highlands keeps possession, but all the way at center ice. Kimacek plays it behind the goal and leaves it for Austin Cross. Cross sends a long pass up ahead to center ice, and it's zipped all the way down the ice and covered up by Werber.
Expectations last year, Lou, for Northern Highlands. They had some seniors. They had some guys who moved on as juniors to go play prep. A team that last year, the number 2 seed, got upset by Mawa in that round of 16. So they had high expectations coming into this season. And the goal was, again, get to the rock. Well, they're here. They look pretty good so far.
Intercepted by Randolph. That shot deflected, taken by James Matson. But Randolph keeps it alive. That goes off the side pad of Werber. Shot taken almost from behind the goal. Comes back to center ice and flying over to get there, Zach Vino. But Northern Highlands flips it in. Vlasic sends it up ahead. Randolph, though, gets to the puck, and Vino retreats and tries to reset things for Randolph. 10 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the second period. Gaudioso trying to get around a defender, and Sparago takes him into the boards. Northern Highlands very aggressive. Look at the job here by Madsen, who steals the puck. And the puck sent right in front of the goal, intercepted by Connolly, who sends it ahead to Riccitelli. He dumps it into the Randolph zone. And once again, the face-off will come down.
The middle of the line change, too, Lou. That's why Zimmer was out there with Madsen and Gaudioso, but physicality is picking up, and you kind of expect it to pick up a little bit. Good job by this officiating crew, understanding, of course, the importance of this game and not really calling any soft penalties thus far.
Randolph working hard here in the second period, but nothing to show for it yet. Here's a quick shot by Savetta. That was knocked around in front of the goal. Didn't quite get to Werber. Here comes Northern Highlands flying up the ice. Jin Lee, but it's taken away. Good defensive play by Vino. But Northern Highlands re-steals, and it's poked away by Zimmer. Will Zimmer gets to the puck, and he gives it over to Zangara. But now Northern Highlands able to dump it right back in.
Top line versus top line on that last shift for both of these groups. A couple of turnovers here on the Randolph end. Cross got crossed up in a way, right through the neutral zone. Forcing some turnovers from that line, and that's not the line, of course, you want to force a turnover to because of how quick they can capitalize and get it right along the hash marks.
Again, face off to the right of John Werber. C.J. Mortello will take it for Randolph. And Mark Sonati Jr. steps into the circle for Northern Highlands. He wins the face-off, flips it around. Now right onto the stick of Sarapak. Sarapak skates in and takes a shot that goes up high over the outstretched arm and stick of Kimacek.
They just keep going after these blue liners and trying to cut towards the middle. Randolph always loves to protect the house. That has been their area of expertise, is protecting the house, avoiding any shots really right between that slot and in between the two circles. Few of them are getting closer, though.
Sophia plays it behind the goal and skates out. Bangs it along the near side boards, trying to feed it to Dylan Quinn. and Quinn sends it ahead, but Northern Highlands flips it out of the zone. Banged right back in by Sophia. 8 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second period. It's still a 1-0 lead for Northern Highlands. Here's Tommy Sullivan, who takes the shot. That's sticked aside by Kimicek. Quinn gets to the puck and flips it back to his teammate Sophia. Randolph trying to get it out of their own zone, and Vino skates up for the Rams. Across the blue line, but his pass skips off the stick of Matson, comes all the way down where Connolly plays it from Northern Highlands. Kept in, though, by Vino at the blue line, takes a shot, and it goes up over the glove of Werber. Behind the goal, played there by Matson. Matson being played defensively by Vlasic. Vino keeps it in. Centering pass, and goes all the way out of the zone and all the way down. Kimicek plays it and leaves it for Sophia, who sends it back up to center ice. Intercepted, though, by Northern Highlands and flipped up ahead, and Vino has to go back to retreat for the Rams. He tries to flip a pass back that goes off of the stick of Connolly, and Randolph breaks out across center ice. Here's Gaudioso. Gaudioso sends a backhand shot that goes up high, up over the goalie. Big open ice hit, and the puck comes out towards the goal, and you have an injured Northern Highlands player down at the blue line.
That's Captain Joe Convitt, who got hit right across the middle on this play. I think it was the play with Sophia which actually got him tangled up, because Sophia was pinching in, trying to keep the play alive, which he did so nicely. Northern Highlands asking for a penalty here as we take a look at this one more time. And Sophia bumps into him. Yeah, knee on knee. And it's incidental contact. That is why I think there is not a penalty here, Lou, is because it's incidental. But you can understand the Highlanders' grief.
Well, remember, Convitt back just 3 games from that MCL tear. And hopefully it has nothing to do with that knee. But he is down. Captain, first team All-Public B player last year at 17 goals. This year, 16 goals, 29 assists.
Yes, he didn't stick the knee out at all. He was actually trying to stop to go into him. That is just really an unlucky look coming across. And I do wonder if it is that same knee. Not 100% sure which one it is, so I don't want to speculate with this. But that, I think, could be one of the reasons why he's having some trouble.
Well, he is up. Convitt is up. And that, of course, is a good sign, and they help him off the ice. Joe Convitt, the senior, really the captain of this Northern Highlands team, the heart and soul of this Highlanders squad. And we wish him well. Hopefully it is not a serious injury, and he will have an opportunity to return in this championship game. He heads off the ice towards the bench, and they will take him, I believe, back to the locker room to check him out.
So that's a big loss right now for Northern Highlands. Can't play with too much emotion, though, in this kind of area. You want to play with emotion, but controlled emotion. You can't play with anger.
They face off to the right of John Werber. Controlled by Northern Highlands and flipped up ahead by Sarapak. Heading back is Sophia to play it behind the goal. Sarapak bangs in into the boards with a nice check. And then Sophia comes out with the puck. Dishes it up ahead to Savetta. Savetta across center ice. 3-on-2 developing for Randolph. Takes the shot and skips off the glove of Werber. That one goes right through the crease. Randolph putting on some pressure here. Behind the goal is Zimmer. Zimmer trying to get to the loose puck, but it's taken away by Northern Highlands. Sent to center ice, intercepted by Sophia. Sophia crossing pass, and another crossing pass. Savetta skates in, shoots up off the glove and off the shoulder of Werber. He makes the stop, and it deflects out of play.
Well, it's a 2-on-1 that develops. because of the forecheck and forcing turnovers from Randolph. And again, this top unit, Savetta coming down the wing, he's got a pretty good shot himself. Yeah, you have to take that shot there, and that's a smart decision to make it. Tried to go short side because of how far out Werber was. It's a nice defensive play and stand by the netminder.
Northern Highlands wins this face-off, and the Highlanders send it up towards the blue line and now skate across center ice. Here's Jin Lee flying up the ice. Lee takes it into the corner, puts the brakes on, circles around, looking for some help. Now draws two defenders, brings it behind the goal. And Randolph sends two defenders on the far boards, and then it's intercepted. There's a quick shot. Kimacek got enough of it to stick it aside.
Boy, that was sitting right on the blue paint, which allowed that Sparago opportunity and one of their best ones.
Vino with the puck now for Randolph, and he goes across to Austin Cross. Rams flip it all the way down the ice, and Werber covers up to the side of the goal. 5:29 remaining second period. Neither team has scored in period number 2. Northern Highlands with one goal in the game. Cormac Sindrich scoring in the first period, and they have a 1-0 lead.
And it's so funny, Jason Beshwick even said to us the other day, Lou, the key was patience, because even if you scored that first goal, that was not going to rattle a team like Randolph, not a team like them. Maybe another group during the regular season, but not one of the best and most well-coached groups in the entire state.
Puck behind the goal, taken there by Gaudioso, comes all the way back to the blue line. Played here by Vino, and that one goes wide just through the crease. Puck kept alive behind the goal. Northern Highlands trying to get it out of there. Mason Prue can't clear it. Kept in by Gaudioso. Gaudioso chases down in the corner, delivers a check. It comes out to center ice. Northern Highlands has a 2-on-1. And Sonati Jr. has it taken away from him. And Mike Sophia puts the brakes on. Coming back the other way. A long pass intercepted by Connolly at center ice. Randolph keeps it alive. Rams at the blue line across to Vino. 4:20 remaining here in this second period. And Northern Highlands intercepts at center ice. Matt Luing sends it into the corner, and Vino leaves a drop pass there for Justin Harper. In front, Lee gets a shot off that goes behind the goal. Sophia trying to dump it out for Randolph, keeps it alive. And Vino tries to track it down in the corner, sends it back to the blue line where it's intercepted and out of play. And Amanda has more on the injured Joe Convict.
Lou, we saw him go down before. The training staff told me he will be back. He has injured that left knee before, so they're just being a little extra cautious. But again, the training staff says they fully expect him to be back on the ice.
Well, that is certainly great news for Northern Highlands. As we said, Joe Convict, the captain of this team. And, you know, you're playing a state championship game at the Prudential Center. You want to be a part of it. Certainly, Joe Convict. We hope to see him later on in the game.
It was going to take a lot to keep him out of this contest for a long period. That is for sure.
Northern Highlands off the face-off. And Randolph able to get to the puck and send it back to center ice, which played by Savetta. Savetta dumps it over on the near side to Zangara. And a whistle stops play with 3:20 remaining here in the second period. It's still a 1-0 Northern Highlands lead.
And a little chippiness moving on in this contest too, as this continues to excel over the course of time.
Set behind the goal. Northern Highlands skates out with it. Again, Jim Lee. Lee skates in. Lee using that excellent speed. Tries a wraparound. But Randolph able to get over there and knock it loose. Lee gets to the loose puck. And here come the Rams. Goes Zimmer across the blue line. Zimmer trying to kind of pass it to himself along the boards. Good defensive play by Vlasic, though. Sends it back to the blue line. Long shot from just inside the blue line. Comes back outside. And Northern Highlands pokes it away. Sophia gets to the loose puck. Sends it back to center ice. Tough open ice checks being delivered by both teams right now. Austin Cross onto the stick of Zimmer. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the second period. Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead. Northern Highlands trying to win their first state championship in hockey. They skated twice in the state semis. Lost to Ramsey, lost to Kinnelon. But they have never hoisted the trophy. They're still a long way away from doing that, but they do have a 1-0 lead.
It was only their third ever semifinal appearance, which is so crazy to think.
Nice play by Dylan Quinn to get to the loose puck, but then it gets away from Ray McNamara. Here's an opportunity for Northern Highlands, and an excellent job by Vino. Vino, terrific play to knock Sarapak off the puck.
I think he's been their best defender all night. He stopped a 2-on-1 before single-handedly, and then that same play right there. What a job by Joe Vino, the senior.
Sonati Jr. for Northern Highlands. Sends it up along the boards. At the blue line, Vino skates in, but offside called on the Rams.
Listen, Northern Highlands has been getting some opportunities, though. But the reason why they haven't gotten a ton on Kimicek has been because of just this team defense. They're starting to smother Randolph a little bit more into forcing some turnovers through the neutral zone, used by their speed and eventually some hitting. Something might come again. Like you said, it only takes one little mistake to be able to get a better shot on Kimicek and break him. And that's why that first goal is on the board.
Sophia behind the goal. Northern Highlands a good job converging defensively to knock it away from Matson. Rams get to the puck, send it up to center ice. 1 minute left, second period here for the Prudential Center of Newark. Public B state championship game. Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead. Mike Sophia. And now Austin Cross goes back to play it for the Rams. Kept in, though, by Matt Lewing of Northern Highlands. Justin Harper draws two defenders. Northern Highlands student body whooping it up behind the goal. They're having a good time.
They got some help. I think it's from Chatham, who came in. That student section, they've been trying to move over with them.
Yeah, I would guess Chatham's not rooting for Randolph. Stick save made by Kimicek. For those of you who might not be familiar with high school hockey in New Jersey, big rivals. Here's the puck as it comes out towards the blue line. Jin Lee takes the shot, and Kimicek makes the save.
Throw anything on net that you can. That's always kind of been the motto when you're facing someone like Scott Kimicek, and that's a pretty good release. Again, just smothered up right into the breadbasket. Scott's been so good all year long, but so has Jin Lee. And if Jin Lee played an entire season, he arguably could have been the player of the year in the state.
Face off to the left of Scott Kimicek, who's seen a lot of action here tonight. Savannah gets to the puck, flips it up ahead, and the second period comes to an end. Northern Highlands 1 period away from perhaps winning their first ever state championship. And they lead Randolph by the score of 1-0.
This is going to be a really, really interesting third period upcoming, because this second period was a little more even than the first one. Both teams had some good opportunities. I've loved the third line, the younger group from Randolph with Gaudioso, who is a senior, but along with Harper and Matson, I think they've been generating a lot of good scoring opportunities. Northern Highlands, again, it only took just one to be able to get going, but that top unit, which of course is led by Covet, Lead, and Sparago, they've been using their speed so well up and down the ice. This is going to come down to maybe 1 or 2 lucky bounces in this third period. I would not be surprised if that's what we end up seeing, because this has been a really good, well-fought hockey game that has been played well between the glass. And if Convict comes back onto the ice, Lou, into this third period, that's just a big addition for the Highlanders.
Randolph, the Menin Cup champions here in 2018, 22 wins, just 1 loss on the year. Trying to find some offense here against this Northern Highland squad. The Rams had the better of play in period number 2, but they were unable to find the back of the net, and Northern Highlands trying to make a goal by Cormac Sindridge in the first period stand up as they have a 1-0 lead. So Amanda standing by, I believe, with Randolph's excellent defenseman, senior Zach Vino. Amanda?
Thanks, Lou. You know, Zach, you guys gave up an early goal, but you really seem to settle down. What's been the key for you guys defensively?
We just stay as a team, work together, grind them out. We know we're going to have a chance at the end, so just keep working.
You trail 1-0 now, entering the third and potential final period. What do you guys have to do to get the win?
Just leave it all on the line. It's my last year. I'm a senior. Last game. I have to give it my all. I have to tell the team to do the same.
What does it mean for you to be a senior and to be on the ice playing for a state championship?
It's awesome. It's a great experience. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Good luck and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, Amanda, it should be a terrific third period upcoming here for the Public B State Championship. Northern Highlands leading Randolph 1-0 here on News 12 Varsity.
Last time we asked you to come in and meet with the most prepared lawyers in the business. Well, that preparation has paid off. New York Magazine just came out with a list of the top verdicts in New York for 2017, and no other law firm had more successful verdicts than Grunberg Kelly Della.
So come meet with the most successful lawyers and let Grunberg Kelly Della prepare your case for success.
Call today.
Steel. It's tough and it's strong. Use that same strength and durability to protect what you need to store with steel utility buildings from steelsheds.com. Heavy-duty steel with all welded construction. You can't dent them by hand. We also make commercial buildings, garages, custom cellar doors, and tenant storage lockers. Manufactured only in the USA by steelsheds.com. Free delivery and free installation, including free steel floor. No cement base needed. Buy direct at steelsheds.com.
I got to see her for the first time, and I heard that cry. I don't think that there's anything that can ever compare to that.
She's here. Our lives were changed for the best.
Seeing her as a new mom, just glowing and smiling from ear to ear, that's what St. Catherine's is about.
It was unreal. I'm never going to forget that moment.
Jewelry design, diamonds reset, jewelry appraised by a GIA graduate gemologist. Always while you wait and watch, your diamonds never leave your sight at Gennaro Jewelers in Belmore. Honest and reputable since 1923. Feel totally at ease while you sit next to our diamond setter. While you wait and watch your diamonds being set or resized, visit our exciting new website, GennaroJewelers.com.
Back at the Prudential Center in Newark, Northern Highlands leading Randolph 1-0 in the 2018 Public B State Championship game. Great school spirit displayed by both schools here tonight. Northern Highlands all fired up. Their Highlanders lead it 1-0. And I know Amanda is standing by with one of those Highlanders fired up students. Amanda?
That's right, Lou. A lot of school spirit going on here at the Prudential Center. I have Kieran Sullivan with me, a senior from Northern Highlands. Kieran, what is the vibe like in your student section?
The vibe's great. Everybody's getting excited, moshing, having a great time, enjoying ourselves. It's awesome to be here.
And what I like the most is you guys seem to make friends wherever you go. Yeah. Who is joining the student section?
Oh, we had Chatham coming. They're from the next game, and we thought we were like fighting with them at first. Then they started joining in on our chants. It's a great time. It doubled our student section, and now they're just going to continue to chant with us.
You guys certainly have the edge on the ice with a 1-0 lead. Do you feel like you have the edge when it comes to the student section?
I believe that we have a much better student section, even though they have more people, and we have Chatham on our side now.
Tell me, what is your favorite chant that you guys do?
I mean, we do a lot of them. I can't really pick one. I mean, Let's Go Highlands is a good one. It's pretty simple, but...
Northern Highland certainly has their fair share of great teams. Where do you think this hockey team ranks?
I mean, before this year, they weren't the best, but it's awesome to see them here. I mean, we've got soccer, incredible. We've got lacrosse, always good. You know, hockey's up there now. Hockey's one of the better teams now.
All right, well, Kieran, enjoy the rest of the game and keep those chants coming.
All right, shout out Henry Riccitelli, let's go!
Lou, like you said, they have some great students and some great school spirit here.
All right, Amanda, and let's go Highlands. I mean, it's a good cheer, Kieran, but let's get some imagination.
I want some originality. I don't know. But listen, the fact they have the Chatham guys coming in and young ladies definitely helps, considering how much they dislike Randolph already, seeing them in a regular season. And these student sections at the moment, it's almost 3 sections fully deep on one end. For the Randolph Rowdies, I forgot that's their name, the Randolph Rowdies, and now you add another section here. It definitely helps Northern Highlands.
Northern Highlands will be sending thank you notes to Chatham after this game, no question. Well, you know, Randolph trailing 1-0, but of course the Rams did win the Menin Cup this year. A tremendously exciting game against Morristown Beard, seen right here on News 12 Varsity, and it was Randolph getting off to a good start. Michael Sophia.
He had himself a really, really strong game, Sophia, from the point, and was able to chip one in. But everything Kimacek was able to see, he was able to stop except for deflections. And that is why Tommy Matthews was able to tie the score at 1. Late in the period, a power play. What a pass from Sophia. Banged right in by Will Zimmer to take the 2-1 lead going into the break. Then in the third frame, another one gets deflected. Goes right past. That's Tartaglione of Morristown Bayard. Adam Redgate. He scored the game winner in the regular season meeting between the two. Scores the game winner, eventual game winner here. Tack on one more from JT Zangara, an empty netter. And the first Menin Cup since 2008.
And Randolph trying to win the Menin Cup and the state championship this year. They'll have to come from behind to do so. There's a look at the regular season standings in the Menin division. Randolph, a spectacular year, 7-1-2, followed by Morristown Bayard. There's Chatham, the Cougars at 6-4, finishing 16-7 overall. A very, very tough division. But Northern Highlands trying to make a statement tonight that, hey, they can play with those Menin division teams. They've already beaten Mo Beard and Morris Knowles. 1-0, Highlanders on top on News 12 Varsity.
Your life moves fast, so your news should come to you. With News 12 alerts from the News 12 app, all your local news finds you, so you never miss what's happening. Just download the app. Already have the app? Just click on the Manage Alerts banner. Get the news that's as local news gets right on your phone from the only news service that brings 24-hour local news to you. News 12, as local news gets. Live local traffic reports anytime, day or night. Only on News 12 Traffic and Weather. Know before you go. Live local traffic reports anytime, day or night. Only on News 12 Traffic and Weather. Know before you go. Live local traffic reports anytime, day or night. Only on News 12 Traffic and Weather. Know before you go.
Back at the Prudential Center in Newark, where Northern Highlands leads Randolph 1-0. Highlanders getting the first and only goal in the game in the first period. Cormac Cindrich, his 9th of the season. And they have made it stand up so far, but a long way to go. Still one more, I'm sure, furiously played third period upcoming.
Second period was just so even between the two in many different ways. It was chance after chance, but good defensive stops on the other end. Vino staying right with him there on a good opportunity that came from Sarapak, and it was stopped by Kimicek. This is Saveto with another opportunity, whistles it wide, forcing guys to the outside time and time again. Saveto might have had the best chance in that period, and it just got stopped by Werber, tried to go short side. Here's the deflection, another little wrister. Kimicek sees it very easily. Again, it's just the way the patience has been, even while they're making some mistakes every now and again. You have your defenders like Joe Vino to bail you out, and then the guys in between the pipes have been really spectacular from start to finish in this game. The preaching was always going to be about defense here. We know what Randolph's defense is and how good they have been all season long. The Highlanders have not been known for the defensive game as much because of how well they score, Lou, but been very, very impressed with what we've seen from them containing a Randolph group.
Highlanders coming out of the locker room. They know they're 1 period away from a championship. And here come the Rams. Randolph will have to come from behind if they want to capture the state championship and Menin Cup title now in the same season. But they're very much in it, only down by 1. Will Zimmer, their captain, with some words of encouragement to his teammates as they hit the ice.
His team has played from behind at points this season. Yes, they've only lost 1 game during the regular season. That was to Morristown, a 2-1 loss. They had some ties throughout the season, but they've played some really, really close games over this year. I mean, it even took them, when the last time they played Livingston, actually, in the regular season, in that semifinal win, it was a 13-second winner. 13 seconds on the clock. They needed a goal from their captain and Zimmer. They know how to play in these close games. They are comfortable in these close games. Getting a quick goal here will be very, very important for them, really for both teams, to try and sustain any momentum.
Well, Randolph looking for their 9th state championship in their tremendous history, playing in their 13th final, 7th in the last 10 years. Their last title in 2015 defeated the Rebels of Howell 2-1 right here at the Prudential Center. Number 1 seed in Public B this year. Northern Highlands looking for their first ever state championship, the number 2 seed. So we are ready to go. Get ready, folks. This should be a very entertaining third period of championship hockey. Northern Highlands wins the faceoff, dumps it into the Randolph end, and the Rams bring it out to center ice, where it's played by JT Zangara. Savetta chases it for Randolph, but it's played by Vlasic of Northern Highlands, and he tries to get it to Jin Lee. This is Jin Lee circles behind his own goal and surveys the situation for the Highlanders.
Great to see, Lou. Number 29, the captain, Convent, is out there after missing the last 7 minutes.
That is great news for Northern Highlands. Took an open ice check and was down, but he is back in there, and that's great news for both Convent and the Highlanders. Here's Zimmer, pokes it ahead, but offside, the call on Randolph.
It's so interesting with Randolph because you're playing in the home of the New Jersey Devils, and with those 3 Stanley Cup banners up there, 95, 2003, Randolph is pretty much like those Devils teams, you know, just wear you down. They have a good goalie. They have a solid defense. They have some guys who can put the puck in the net. They're not going to beat you 3-4-0 every single night. They're going to hold you to 1 or less.
Sonati Jr. has it knocked away by Vito, who's played a tremendous game defensively for Randolph. Vino again gloves it and gets it across to McNamara. But a nice job by Riccitelli to force the action and flip it behind the goal. Here's Vino. Vino takes it up across the blue line, but it's intercepted by Northern Highlands. Sonati Jr. all over the ice for Northern Highlands. Just about a little over a minute and a half gone by in the third period. 1-0. Northern Highlands on top. Joe Convitt behind the goal. He looks to be moving pretty well out there as he flips it over to Jin Lee. Jin Lee with that blazing speed. Cross center ice. Lee across the blue line. Lee skates in. Lee takes the shot. Just goes wide. Lee gets it back. Then gets it over to Sparago. Sparago kicks it up ahead. And it comes all the way through. Raced for the loose puck as Gaudioso tries to get there before Prue of Northern Highlands. A bunch of bodies converge behind the goal. You can see James Matson trying to dig it out for Randolph, but Northern Highlands comes out of there with it. Jin Lee. Lee across the blue line. Lee takes the shot. It looks actually it was a centering pass that was deflected. Now behind the goal, played by Vino. Up ahead, Gaudioso. Gaudioso across center ice, across the blue line. Takes a long shot that's deflected, gets it back. Skates behind the goal, puts the brakes on, and then is driven into the boards. Zimmer tries to center in front. He's going to have a penalty here, and this will go against Northern Highlands. Randolph will have a power play with 12 minutes remaining in the third period.
Vlasic will be sitting in the box for 2 minutes as Zimmer got held up and kind of taken down. I think the call ended up being a holding call, not a tripping. 0-for-1 on the power play, came way back in that first period with about 7 minutes left. Couple of good chances, but not a lot of special teams in this game.
Hey, we should say this is a pretty good crowd here tonight at the Prudential Center. Lower bowl of the arena is filling up pretty well. Zimmer. Will Zimmer bangs it back to Zangara. Zangara crossing pass to Sophia off his stick, and it comes out of the zone. Randolph has to reset with 1:35 left on the power play. 11 and a half remaining in the third period. Savetta to Zimmer. Zimmer in front. Shot goes wide of the goal, taken by Savetta. He finds Zimmer back to Savetta. Savetta pokes at it. It comes back and is knocked out of the zone by Northern Highlands.
Boy, I think Werber made a save on that Savetta opportunity right at the left post. What a great chance.
Connolly flips it up towards the blue line. It's knocked out. Played by Sophia. Less than a minute left on the power play. Here comes Northern Highlands skating in short-handed, and unable to get the shot off was Sarapak. Savetta up across the blue line. Savetta skates in. Savetta taken away by Connolly. Back to the blue line, kept in by Vino. Zangara. Zangara has it taken away. Excellent job by Northern Highlands here, killing this penalty. Sarapak was able to pick the pocket, and Randolph trying to come back the other way. Now 25 seconds left on the power play. Vino across the blue line. Vino skates in. Vino takes the shot, couldn't get much on it. Behind the goal, Will Zimmer tries to get to it, but it's cleared by Northern Highlands. And the Highlanders look like they have killed this power play, although a long pass comes up to Savetta. It skips off his stick. Taken here by Convitt. Back to the blue line. Power play is over. Long shot. Pad save made by Werber. Rebound loose in front. Played there by C.J. Mortello of Randolph. Rams still have the puck. Mortello behind the goal. Mortello trying to center. Still in the Randolph zone. Now flipped out. Back to center ice. And the Rams carry in across the blue line. Long shot, stick to side by Werber. Connolly in the corner, trying to clear it for Northern Highlands. Comes back to center ice. Long pass intercepted by the Highlanders. Kept alive by Randolph there at center ice, and it comes all the way down where it's played by Austin Cross. Cross for Randolph across the blue line, now across center ice. Flips it all the way back into the Northern Highlands end. Werber plays it off the boards. Long shot is well wide of the goal. Justin Harper chases down for Randolph. And then Jin Lee clears it out here across the blue line, across center ice. Lee skates in. Lee gets around the defenders, takes the shot, and it goes up high and wide. Caroms all the way back out to center ice.
Good action on both ends of the ice. 0 for 2 on the power play now is Randolph with some pretty good opportunities. But even some of those juicy rebounds were stuck aside by defensive plays coming over, and that was also skating with arguably without their top defenseman. That guy right there in Vlasic. Real good kill by Northern Highlands.
8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the third period. Northern Highlands with a 1-0 lead. Played by the Highlanders at center ice. Mike Sophia with a long pass that misses its target at center ice, and Kivicek plays it back to Sophia. Sophia tries to skate out, gives to Civetta. Civetta across center, Civetta across the blue line. Civetta skating in, but Northern Highlands does a nice job to get back defensively. Aiden Connolly plays the puck. Puck loose to the side of the net, still loose in front. Randolph poking at it. Here's Zimmer. Zimmer controls. Zimmer trying to get around two defenders. Backhanded shot by Civetta. He feeds in front. It comes back to the blue line. Long shot and a pad save made by Werber. Sophia took that shot from just inside the blue line. Vino takes a long shot that deflects in front. Northern Highlands trying to clear it. Sinati Jr. sends it up ahead. Up over the glove of Kivicek and back to center ice, but kept alive by Northern Highlands. They flip it in. Vino goes back to play it. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third. Northern Highlands with a 1-goal lead in the Public B state championship game. Played here in the corner by Mason Prue. It comes back to center and all the way down the ice. And icing is the call. Face-off will come down in the Northern Highlands end.
Some of the best chances of the contest, Lou, came in the last couple of moments for Randolph. And it was because of the top line once again. Zimmer using his big body. Civetta's kind of been all over the place as well. And while Sophia, you got to watch out with some of his outlet passes. He's been a little bit off tonight since the start of this game. But he put a real good one towards the net. They ended up getting deflected. Keep throwing the pucks towards the net. You got to do it the Northern Highlands way. That's how they got their goal.
Northern Highlands trying to clear. They cannot. It's kept in by Randolph. Here's a shot, but unable to get anything on it was Mortello. Skipped off his stick. Puck loose in front. Cleared out by Northern Highlands. Randolph really putting the pressure on. Bodies flying all over the ice now. Dylan Quinn sends it up ahead. And now, let's see. Looks like a penalty upcoming against Randolph. CJ Mortello heads to the box.
For the first time today, it will be Northern Highlands who heads to the man up after some really good opportunities here by this line, by this entire group. Working right around the cage and ends up turning into a cluster right in the middle of the ice. So first time we'll get a chance to see this man up unit.
Big opportunity here for Northern Highlands as they have the power play, a chance for the Highlanders to take a huge step towards their first ever state championship. They lead it 1-0. Cross ice pass comes to Vlasic. He retrieves back now just inside the blue line. That shot deflected in front, taken by Joe Convent. It comes back now to center ice. Randolph trying to clear it out. 1.5 minutes remaining in the Northern Highlands power play. Sarapak flips it in. Back to the blue line where it's saved. Shot upcoming here by Vlasic, but it's picked off by Randolph. Kept alive, though, by Northern Highlands. Jin Lee takes the shot, and it's clubbed by Kimicek.
2 block shots on that last play. Vino is hurting after taking one right off of the leg. And then the second opportunity comes where Crosslands blocks the shot, and you're allowing shots from the point that Kimicek can see very nicely. That is just a well-done penalty kill.
Face off to the left of Scott Kimicek. Big check delivered by Austin Cross on Sonati, but Northern Highlands keeps the puck. Cross-ice pass comes back now to Convitt. Convitt dishes in front and is cleared out by Gaudioso. He sends it all the way down the ice. 50 seconds left in the Northern Highlands power play. 5:25 remaining here in regulation. Highlanders with a 1-0 lead. Up ahead comes Jin Lee. Jin Lee skates in between 2 defenders. Poked away by Vino. Lee still has the puck, though. He delivers, and a glove save by Kimicek on Vlasic.
Randolph very lucky, too, that he took that shot on a tough angle that would be smothered by Kimicek, because Gaudioso actually lost his stick during that last play. After the speed from Lee, it allows an opportunity right there, but Vlasic couldn't get too much on it. Plays about 30 minutes a night, rarely comes off the ice, number 21.
5:07 remaining here in the third period. 29 seconds left on the Northern Highlands power play. Austin Cross pins the puck up against the boards, but it's taken by Sonati Jr. of Northern Highlands. He comes back outside where it's played by Lee. Jin Lee just inside the blue line, looking to wind up perhaps, but goes to Convitt instead across the ice. Back to Convitt. Joe Convitt backs up, takes a long shot. Kimicek, the glove save.
They're trying to isolate on one side so they can open up Lee to have the weak side for a blast. Instead, Convitt sees some more space, moving with that lefty shot. And not often you see, at least in this area, so many lefties on the ice at once. I know that sounds a little bit weird to say because in the NHL there's so many left-handed shots. Canadians, the way they develop are a little bit different. They go with their strong hand opposite. That's a whole other story. But to have a couple of lefty looks here definitely is different for Randolph.
Savetta gets the face-off for Randolph, sends it up ahead. Power play is over. Randolph skates in. Will Zimmer takes the shot, goes wide. Savetta gets it back. He puts it on goal. Werber steers it aside. Back to the blue line. Vino sends it to the side of the goal. And Northern Highlands dumps it out of the zone. Played by Vino, who sends it in. Vlasic goes back to play it for Northern Highlands and dumps it back to center ice. 4:05 left third period. Northern Highlands leading it 1-0. Trying to close in on their first ever NJSIAA championship. It comes back outside where it's played by Randolph. Will Zimmer sends it to center ice and all the way now back to Kimicek, who steers it aside to Austin Cross. 3:40 remaining in the third period. Banged all the way down the ice, and that's icing called against Randolph.
And a big icing as well, because now you can rest some of your tired legs. You get the right personnel you want on the ice for a face-off to kill off more time on this clock. And Randolph had some good opportunities rushing the other way with Zimmer. And that was probably one of their best chances in the last couple of minutes. I mean, they're getting closer. But Northern Highlands has done such a strong job defensively, keeping them outside.
Off the face-off, it's kept in nicely by Connolly at the blue line. He did a good job to keep that in. And then Kimicek covers up to the side of the goal.
Not the first time Kimicek's been on an NHL ice. Back when he was a kid, did a competition at Madison Square Garden, ended up being the goalie, only he was a street hockey goalie then. Wanted to play in goal, and his parents said, all right, fine. At that point, after he came in second pretty much in that competition.
Northern Highlands bangs it in. Randolph desperate to try to get some shots on goal here as they're down 1-0. Matson trying to get to that loose puck at the blue line.
And a roar in the crowd as the Chatham fans now are allowed to go a little bit closer to Northern Highlands fans for the final 3:18 to just extend this power on one side. What a great atmosphere, though, Lou. This is high school hockey at its best.
Face-off comes just outside the blue line. And it comes all the way down into the Randolph zone. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the third period. Still 1-0 Northern Highlands. They scored a goal in the first period, and that has been able to stand up so far. Puck tipped at the blue line, going back to play at Sophia. Less than 3 minutes now remaining. Intercepted by Spirago on the far side. He sends a shot towards Kimacek. He makes the stop.
Another bouncing puck, and now you're starting to get to the point of the contest where the puck will bounce a little bit more on this ice. And NHL ice is just a little bit different than a lot of the places that these guys play on a regular basis, even though it has had the dry scrape twice.
Puck flips along the boards. 2:45 remaining in the third. Northern Highlands sends it towards the goal. Vino trying to get control here for Randolph. He does. Zach Vino, cross ice pass to Zimmer. Zimmer brings it up across the blue line. Zimmer keeps control. Zimmer sends it across to Austin Cross, and his shot is deflected.
Flashes with the blocked shot coming right across, staying with it. What a job by number 21.
Vino sends it ahead, and unable to glove it was Werber. Rebound came loose in front. Zimmer takes the shot, and Werber makes the glove save.
That time, Vlasic looks to put it off the glass and out of play. Zimmer pulls it in. He has one of the best shots on this team. Just from the top of the circle, good opportunity. They're starting to get some chances here. And of course, no surprise, the captain of Randolph is in the mix.
See Kimacek in goal. Let's see if Randolph pulls him at some point. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, and Werber covers up again to the side of the goal off the faceoff.
I'm going to say around 140 they'll pull him off. That's going to be my guess. 140, 145. Mostly because I just looked at the bench. Now is the number they gave him. I'm no expert.
Face-off. Oh, yes, you are. Face-off to the right of Werber. It comes back to the blue line. Northern Highlands breaks out. Up ahead, Sonati Jr. shoots. Kimacek got a piece of it and steered it to the side of the goal. Northern Highlands very close to putting the hammer down there. They get the loose puck at the blue line, and they bring it all the way back out to center ice, just trying to kill some time here. Sophia sends it across to Vino. Kimacek still in there. Northern Highlands plays it. 1:25 remaining. Up ahead, Kimacek watches it go by the goal, and that'll be icing. Face-off will come down in the Northern Highlands end, and it'll be interesting to see now with the face-off down in the Northern Highlands zone if Randolph will pull their goalie, Kimacek.
There's going to be a timeout called, I think, by Randolph, and yeah, they're probably going to pull Kimacek here. This is going to be the time to do it, but you have to win a face-off when you draw up this play. And in my opinion, I think the play is going to end up being designed off a face-off win like we saw before, Lou. One of the better opportunities back in the second period was because of a face-off win won by Zimmer and moved by Zangara. If you see something similar like that, the way they line up, they're going to try and win something quick, get it open.
Well, of course, great hockey action tonight, but hoop season is still very much alive as well. And on Wednesday night at the Rutgers Athletic Center, we'll have the non-public A North final. It'll either be Don Bosco Prep or Bergen Catholic versus either St. Peter's Prep or Seton Hall Prep. And the B championship game up north, Gill St. Bernard's against Roselle Catholic. Great high school basketball action here in the Garden State. From the rack, on Wednesday night. And in the battle of school spirit here at the Prudential Center, the Summit fans have joined the Randolph fans now, trying to outshout Northern Highlands and Chatham.
What an atmosphere.
And as we said, it's a great atmosphere. There's a tremendous crowd here. Well, you got to love it. This really, as you said, this is so great for high school hockey here in New Jersey. Face-off controlled by Randolph in front, but taken by Northern Highlands. Dumped down the ice. Empty net for Randolph. Racing to the puck is Convent, trying to get there in the corner. Taken away by Randolph. Cross-ice pass. 1:05 remaining. Third period. Here's Savetta across the blue line. Savetta takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Kept alive by Vito at the blue line, but it's offside, of course. As he came across the line, he had 3 teammates already in the zone.
Well, there was a reason why that line was out there for Northern Highlands. Not only are they their best, maybe all-around players, but they're their fastest players. That is why now you're seeing Sonati Jr. come on. They want speed along the outside to try and hit the net.
Face-off outside the blue line, controlled by Randolph. Taken here by Sophia. Sophia sends it along the far side. Redgate plays it. Skates in, takes the shot. Werber, the save. Shot taken by JT Zangara. Redgate fed it off to Zangara, who unleashed it. But Werber makes the stop. 48 seconds remaining here in the third period.
I think the reason Redgate is out there as the extra skater is because of his shot. He's got a good wrister.
Will Zimmer will take the face-off for Randolph, but Northern Highlands now calls a timeout. Jason Beswick wants to talk it over with his team.
Of course, this is all about understanding, Lou, where that extra attacker is going to go and making sure you are in a good position of the puck if you end up losing the draw, because it's very easy, of course, to lose the draw with the extra skater there. And even if they try and throw something onto the cage, it is so difficult sometimes with the deflections with so many bodies on the net. And look at Jason Beswick. He is fired up right now, knowing 48 seconds away from their very first state title. He wants all his boys on the same page.
Should mention that 2 other state championships had been decided earlier today. Hunterdon Central won the Public A state title, and Del Barton won the non-public private state championship, their 3rd straight, their 9th in 11 years, their 13th in program history, as they knocked off Don Bosco Prep 4-2. Here we go. Northern Highlands and Randolph, final 48 seconds. Along the boards, played here by Sophia. Randolph controls. Vito has it, squares up, takes the shot, deflected in front. Puck still in the Northern Highlands end. Randolph desperately trying to get to the puck. Played here by Savetta. 23 seconds left. Kicked aside by Connolly in front. Northern Highlands gets to it. Sonati Jr. takes the shot. It goes wide of the empty net. And on the icing, the faceoff will come down in the Northern Highlands end.
Boy, I think it was Lee who might have lost his stick. If not, it was Riccatelli. Riccatelli, one of them was without their stick. And that is what at least was blocking the shot right across. What a play even without the stick.
Face-off to the left of John Werber. Zimmer steps into the circle for Randolph. Savetta gets to the puck. You're down to 12 seconds remaining. Randolph desperately trying to poke the puck free. 7 seconds. It comes back out. Northern Highlands sends it down the ice. The Highlanders have won the 2018 Public B State Championship.
What a moment for this group. And there's number 14. Cormac Sinrich, a 3rd liner, just a sophomore with his 9th goal of the season and none bigger in his young life. Start to finish, such a well-played game on both sides of the ice. Werber was very, very solid in between the net. This was a team effort, and that is why they come away with their very first title in school history. Congratulations.
The Highlanders defeat Randolph 1-0, the number 2 seed. Randolph with a furious opportunity in the third period towards the end, but could not get the puck past John Werber. And Northern Highlands hangs on. They make a first period goal stand up by Sindrich, and they will hoist their first ever New Jersey State Championship. What a game.
You said it, Lou. I mean, we knew we were going to be treated to something special. Was it going to be just the defense from Randolph smothering this offense? Yeah, that's what it came down to. We saw special teams, very small part of this game, but still good kills on both sides. Really, a lot of the opportunities that many of these guys were taking, you always had someone backing him up, and I think that was kind of the difference. It was next man up mentality, and really 3 lines deep. That is why both of these teams came away with such a hard-fought effort. The Highlanders just outworked them with a good face-off win towards the end.
So Northern Highlands wins their first ever state title. They win it 1-0. We'll be back to talk about the Highlanders state title in a few moments on News 12 Varsity.
Your life moves fast, so your news should come to you. With News 12 alerts from the News 12 app, all your local news finds you, so you never miss what's happening. Just download the app. Already have the app? Just click on the Manage Alerts banner. Get the news that's as local news gets right on your phone from the only news service that brings 24-hour local news to you. News 12, as local news gets. Live local traffic reports anytime, day or night. Only on News 12 Traffic and Weather. Know before you go. Live local traffic reports anytime, day or night. Only on News 12 Traffic and Weather. Know before you go. Live local traffic reports anytime, day or night. Only on News 12 Traffic and Weather. Know before you go.
Back at the Prudential Center, Northern Highlands about ready to get the state championship trophy from Jack DeBoy of the NJSIAA. Highlanders win it 1-0. That is one happy group of Northern Highlands hockey players as they win the first ever state title on the ice in Northern Highlands history. Yeah, hoist that trophy. Joe Convitt, the captain, starts to skate around the ice.
To think he left actually with 7 minutes to go in the second and missed the entire period with a knee injury. Came back onto the ice in the third period, still flying around, made some good defensive plays in his own end. Really, just from start to finish, it was so impressive to watch Northern Highlands because the first couple of minutes they had to play back in their own end, and you kind of wondered how are they going to handle that kind of pressure and adversity. And sometimes if you can't get out of your own end, Lou, it starts to get into your head a little bit more when you're such a good offensive team. Well, a quick goal right after that from the sophomore in Sindrich, and from there on out, they kind of just ran with it. They understood it was just one goal is all they needed. They tried for more. They had good chances. They knew it would be tough to get past Kimicek. But listen, that was just a solid, hard-fought outing and well-deserved. Great job by this program. Congratulations to Jason Beshwick.
And the Highlanders celebrate a state championship. They finished 21-5-2 on the year. And they win the Big North Gold Cup and the Public B state title here in the same season. And a tip of the cap also to Randolph, another sensational year for them. They finished 22-2-3, Menin Cup champions. And of course, as we said, Randolph playing in their 13th final, their 7th in the last 10 years. It's a tremendous program that they have. They come up just one goal short here in this championship game. So Northern Highlands, I'm sure a lot of celebration tonight in Allendale, no question about it, for the Highlanders.
Champs, how does it feel?
Oh, I can't describe it. You know, it's a great feeling. We worked so hard for this, and I can't believe it's happening right now. It's a great feeling.
You know, what did your coach say to you to start that third period?
Oh, you know, he just said play good defensive hockey, and like we all had to come together as a unit, which we did, and we got the win here.
Defensively, they really tested you guys in that third period late. What was working for you?
Oh, you know, we just had to get pucks deep, pucks out, and you know that it helped us win. We knew we didn't have to score a goal. We just had to keep them from scoring, and we'd win.
What a celebration. I mean, you guys were celebrating with the entire Prudential Center. What was that moment like to share with all of the fans here?
Oh, you know, I can't even describe it. It was so great, you know. I've always wanted to do that, and, you know, it was just a great feeling.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lou?
All right, Amanda, with Northern Highlands championship goalie John Werber, who shuts out Randolph here tonight as his team wins the championship 1-0. So that'll do it here from the Prudential Center in Newark. Once again, your final score, 1-0 Northern Highlands. Public C championship upcoming. Hey, we're only halfway there, folks. We got more great hockey upcoming. Chatham and Summit. And in between games, a special bonus will show you some of the great action yesterday from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, the New Jersey State High School Wrestling Championships. Well, that'll do it from the Prudential Center. For Dan Savarino, Amanda Puglisi, our entire crew, I'm Lou Brogno. Northern Highlands wins the state title.